morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the Thursday edition of The Conversation here on Lagos Television. I am Mbola Bello.
And I'm Joshua Murakinyo. It's good to have you join us this morning.
I am Adibimpe Omotayo. I'm smiling from ear to ear. I'm not alone.
You're not alone. Well, it's good to be back. I am Joy Ulu. Welcome to The Conversation.
All right, it's a complete team this morning. 4 of us on set, so we're glad to be here. Let's begin the conversation with our news points for today. All right, let me start. Tinubu may merge MDA's scrap humanitarian ministry. Okay. Before we go on, let's quickly wish our deputy governor,
Oh, yeah.
Dr.
2060.
Kadri Obafemi Hamza, a happy 60th birthday. I mean, it's a landmark celebration.
Yeah.
And we can't but wish him a happy birthday.
Is he 60?
Yes.
He doesn't look it.
He doesn't.
He looks how old?
He looks younger.
I think 60 is the new 40.
Is the new 40.
He looks it though. He looks it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he looks it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Said he looks it though. He looks it
He
too.
looks it. He doesn't.
You can't but just, wish this gentleman a happy birthday. He exudes so much positivity around him.
I think what I like about him, pretty obvious, is his intelligence and his ability to understand, read the temperature so many times,
He's good with
especially for you to
numbers.
be the deputy of Lagos State for the past 6 years. And now it shows that, and of course, knowing that his pedigree from his father to him and his antecedent shows that he understands politics of Lagos. He understands Lagos. You get it.
Anyway, happy birthday to our dear deputy governor. He's a true gentleman.
Yes, I
He
remember
is-
the last time
he was here, and he loves God. You know when we're asking him,
Yeah, how do you
relax? He said,
relieve yourself of stress? He says, I just pray
I just pray.
and meditate.
I listen to the Quran, while playing.
Okay. All right.
Congratulations.
We just thought we should pay that, is it tribute now or homage? Which one? Before we start the program. Let's go back to the news points. Tinubu may merge MDA's scrap humanitarian ministry. There are strong indications that President Bola Tinubu may scrap the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation as part of a major cabinet rejig. The exercise will also see some portfolios split and others merged into a single entity, while some ministers will be relieved of their duties. A presidency source told a particular news outlet. Tinubu has been facing increasing pressure from within and outside his party, the APC, to sack underperforming ministers in his cabinet. All right, let's stop there. I think for me would be, let's end all the speculations. Let the president do what he wants to do, and let us move forward. Remember, we had heard that after a year there would have been,
A report.
a report by Bala Hadiza. We haven't seen that report. We do not know what's going on. So if there will be a rejigging of Mr. President's cabinet, let it be done. If he wants to scrap, let it be scrapped. If he wants to merge, let them merge. We just want performance.
As long as
Well, history has shown us in this country that it is easier said than done. I remember Buhari, former President Buhari, he refused to remove some people, and even the service chiefs. Remember, we had to cry hail and brimstone to get those people out at one point. I also understand the political undertone of having one person as a minister. Don't forget, President Tinubu also broke records by increasing it more than the 30-something that we usually have. Having said that, I have suggestions of ministers that you should sack.
Now I miss Jibola.
yeah, I miss Jibola. Jibola would have mentioned my brother's name.
Yes, I have suggestion, like minister. Okay.
Like minister.
It is well, Minister for.
Please.
Okay, let's go.
No, I can mention. Do you give me permission to?
Your story.
Oh, okay.
Permission to take your story.
Okay. Major marketers begin lifting petrol from Dangote refinery. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has authorized major petroleum marketers to commence lifting the premium motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol, from Dangote Petroleum Refinery under the existing agreement between it and the refinery. The initial agreement stated that NNPCL is the sole distributor of the refinery's petrol, with the first batch of the consignment put at 16.8 million litres lifted by NNPCL's retail entity. Findings by the Vanguard indicated that some major marketers, including 11 PLC, have already lifted the petrol product for distribution to their outlets in Lagos and other parts of the nation. In other words, it has commenced. Kudos, but so many arguments by so many people that, look, why will NNPC be the sole distributor? Well, now we know that it is from the agreement they had ab initio. Having said that, some marketers feel that there's need for us to import. So 3 vessels are about to burst in Lagos very soon. This country,
it's a free market
as you
after
are
all.
looking at it like this,
It's a free market after all.
you will understand it very well. You continue to look.
The more you look, the less you
Oh,
see.
you got the gist. That's about it.
So many stakes, so many people fighting for.
Do you know that
different
for you to
stakes.
bring anything into the country, you need dollars, right?
Yeah.
So, I would say we have issues.
That's why a lot of people do not want importation to end.
And people are wondering, how can the one we refine here be that expensive?
Well, because it is still controlled by the dollar.
Then that's when we heard that the crude oil that was refined was actually imported. You see, me, I like this country.
Okay, October is almost here. Let's wait for the Naira era
Yes.
to take effect.
Let's see whether that will make it.
Joy?
Right. Private employers paying below 70,000 naira risks jail. This is according to the federal government. The federal government has called on agencies recruiting for the private sector to adhere to the 70,000 naira minimum wage, warning that any deviation will not be tolerated. According to the federal government, the new minimum wage is necessary to address the current economic reality, emphasizing that no Nigerian worker, whether in government or private employment, should be paid less than the minimum wage. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Alhaji Ismail Abubakar, stated this on Wednesday at the 13th Annual General Meeting of the Employers Association of Private Employment Agencies of Nigeria, which was held here in Lagos. He said he was represented by the Director of Employment and Wages of the ministry, and he said, quoting, "The minimum wage is now a law. And as a result, it is a punishable crime for any employer to pay less than 70,000 naira to any of its workers. The private employment agencies should make it compulsory in any contract they take from their principle that their workers should not earn less than the minimum wage. The least paid worker in Nigeria should earn 70,000 naira, and I think that should be after all deductions."
I love the federal government. That's the right thing to do.
I thought there was going to be, you were going to say something else.
Okay,
right thing
the
to do.
federal government is telling us now that, look, as private employers, we have security guards, we have
Domestic staff.
here, which includes the driver. So are we going to pay them 70,000?
They're talking to companies.
Well, but
Am I a company?
Yes.
You run a company. You know.
How do I run a company?
I know you have.
Are you not the
I run-
manager of the house?
I run down the enterprises. Am I not a public servant?
You can't disclose that you have a company.
however, the
Do
the employers union have asked the government to clarify whether the 70,000 naira minimum wage is net or gross.
They've clarified now. They said at the end of the day, after all deductions,
They should still get that.
they should still get that 70,000 naira.
Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, federal government said that.
Yes.
Oh.
I think where
I
the
love
federal
federal
where the
government.
federal government should actually start from should be from the state government before going to meet private employers.
Yes.
Because if the federal government is paying the 70,000, how many states have instituted or have agreed to pay the 70,000 minimum wage? We know some states that have not started paying 30,000 or that just started paying 30,000. So let the federal government first declare a war on the states before coming on hard on the private sector. So which means that how many correctional services do we have in Nigeria?
At this pace,
It's over. It's over bloated. Even
It's over bloated.
You can't have-
So don't threaten people with jail
Who
term.
spoke on behalf of the federal?
The PS,
The PS.
Yes.
for the Federal Ministry of Labor.
I'm telling you, that man.
She's a woman.
That woman will deny it by tomorrow.
She said it at an event in Lagos. How will she deny it? Was she not captured?
I'm telling you.
Oh, she will say that
when
it
the
was not the
chiefs
federal
are
government that sent her. She used her
Yeah,
own
I'm
initiative
telling-
to talk.
because that is hypocrisy at its best. You know, we have
Well,
an existing
so
law.
the
law states that 30,000 naira minimum wage. Now it has been also signed. The other one is 70,000 minimum wage. We have states that have not fulfilled that. How many governors have been arrested? How many MDAs, directors of ministry, departments, and agencies have been arrested? We are now saying private employers that you have not given enough enabling environment
For their businesses to
for their
thrive.
businesses to thrive. You are now,
Everybody just needs to.
see,
to
you know
to
that
sit
popular saying, Olokpa.
Adebimpe, your story.
We have a new CP, Commissioner of Police.
New
New CP assumes office in Lagos. Commissioner of Police, Ishola. Our namesake. Okay, he's not here today. Ishola Olarewaju Olawale has assumed duty as the 40th Commissioner of Police at the Lagos State Command. The State Police Public Relations Officer Benjamin Hundeyin confirmed this in a statement yesterday that Olawale took over from CP Adegoke Fayode, who had been promoted to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police and had since been transferred to his office. Sorry, network issues. Anyway,
I can take my
our new CP says he's up to the task and that he also thanks Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for believing in him. He said he understands Lagos. He has lived and worked in Lagos for a while, and you know, taking over this position as CP is a big task. But he is up to it. He also described Lagos as not being sweet, not being easy. So it's not something that you can just hand over, you know, like sweet to a child. So congratulations, welcome, CP Ishola. I'll never forget that name.
Thank you. Welcome to Lagos, CP Shola. And you know, while welcoming him to Lagos, I also saw a story yesterday where the Ibadan indigents, you know, gave kudos to the IGP for, you know, appointing an Ibadan man to be CP in Lagos. And I said, he hasn't now become
No, it's just, I think
just
it's
to make him do the solidarity Parapo visit.
Besides, the commissioner has no option than to perform in Lagos.
He has no option.
It is not.
In fact, right now he has his task cut out for him already.
Exactly. So
There's no time
you
for
can't come to Lagos, you
like
can't
Igop
be
would say,
saying-
no time to waste time.
Time to waste time.
You have to do,
It's
you know,
as-
you
it's
have
as-
to do your
it's as
job
simple as that,
and do that. All right, those are the news points for today. Let's quickly head to X and take a look at what's trending this morning. One of the many stories trending on that platform is about the EFCC this morning. Honestly, I don't even know what is going on with the EFCC. So here we were yesterday when the news broke out that the lion himself,
Former governor.
the former governor of Kogi State,
Kogi
had
State.
turned himself in and had gone to the EFCC. And later on in the day, the EFCC issued a press release and said he was not in their custody.
I just think some people are playing circles.
But sorry, Joshua, before you think some
But did
people
you
are
see the
playing
picture?
circles, I saw a picture, but some people said it was an old
He
picture.
said he went alongside his...
Ododo?
Yes, the
Yes,
current
I saw
governor.
that picture.
I saw
and
the
the
picture.
news was that when he got to the EFCC office, he was asked to go.
No, you know what? I heard another news that when he got there around 10, nobody interrogated him, nobody came to meet him, and he left there at 4.
So, and then some school of thought were of the opinion that because he was with the governor, the governor had immunity.
So
they couldn't touch
So they couldn't. So now the EFCC said he's still on their wanted list. How can somebody that walked into your office, if
did not-
all indications were right,
Well,
he
this is
walked
a-
into your office, you didn't detain him. You didn't, because the EFCC didn't also say that he did not come.
he did not come. Yes.
No, yes, he issued a statement yesterday.
The statement said he's not
He's
in
not
their
in their
custody. They did not say
custody.
he was not there.
No, from what I read
Yes. Oh, yeah.
on the news yesterday,
Yes.
they said they've not seen him.
Okay. So,
This is a tale
who is lying
of
by?
the eagle and the white lion.
No, so that's the
So
question.
was the white lion invisible?
because
With their eagle eyes.
if
Because he himself said he was there. And EFCC said he was not in their custody. They did not
have
see
you read
him.
the latest story that
That they tried to-
EFCC besieged his
Yes, his
residence
home.
yesterday?
Yeah.
That he was
At midnight.
at midnight.
Yes.
Yes, and they couldn't get him.
So he's
And
still wanted.
there was
He's still a
some-
fugitive.
Yes, gunshots. So if he had walked in, that would have been better for EFCC.
So
to
who
have
is
him.
lying?
That's what I'm saying now. Some people are playing kalu kalu. So they're running circles around us here. Some people
Joshua,
are playing. That's what I'm saying. It's
Joshua,
as simple as that.
the thing
Somebody
here
is
is-
playing games.
The thing here is, whoever is playing games, it behoves on the EFCC now. So, is Yaya Bello a spirit?
And that is where I'm going to. That's where I'm going to. I don't understand this whole game.
Is he
Is
about-
he a spirit?
One, Yaya
This is
Bello
always
is not
right,
above the law.
Is he outside Nigeria?
So why can't Yaya Bello
Why should you go on a sting operation at night?
a night
When he
man-
was in your office earlier in the day, according to reports.
So when you can actually find him during the day?
Where?
Anywhere.
Do you know where?
The place they went to in
Is
the night.
there no intelligence? Shebi they claim to have intelligence.
EFCC
You
is
cannot
not,
stop
EFCC
him.
is not DSS now.
Are they not police?
They are financial crimes commission.
But don't they have
Ọlọ́pàá
officers?
is ọlọ́pàá.
No, their own is
Joshua, you've
one can
started.
ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ now.
They
So it
do.
is-
They have
What's
intelligence.
ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ in it?
Shebi, you said it
Maybe you are
yourself.
the one saying
Interpret it.
Otelemuyẹ. Why are they now working like Otelemuyẹ going
At
in the
night,
midnight?
sting
Ladies
operation.
and gentlemen, I'm finding it difficult to actually translate ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ into English, but I think that whatever sting operation that can happen.
Intelligence officers.
Yeah, okay, intelligence officers. That speaks to so many things happening with this whole Bello and EFCC.
Please call Yaya. Don't say Bello. Before they will think it's me.
I didn't even get that on time. Okay, like Yahaya, and I think, honestly speaking, if Yahaya Bello has nothing, no skeleton in his cupboard, he should submit himself. That is the ideal thing to do. But he has surrounded himself, and I think what EFCC is trying to avoid is the clash or the aftermath of having a clash that will result into the death of somebody, and the backlash will be EFCC should have used a better way or should have operated in a different manner to arrest the situation. I think Bello is not above the law. Yahaya
okay.
is not above the
Continue.
law. He's not above the law, and he should submit himself. This
So
rigmarole that is happening,
if he's not submitting himself,
then he's in fact, whenever he's eventually gotten, he should be detained because he's going to jump bail. This has proven that if the federal government can arrest protesters, can get them prosecuted, this man is not above the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended.
okay. The game continues. At the end of the day,
80-point-something billion naira paying school fees for children that are in
Somebody-
nursery school.
at least he has a case to answer.
So he should
until-
just tell us that we are lying against him and go and Yahaya Bello.
Okay. Well, that's what's trending, and you know, on the X platform, EFCC is really not fine. They're not sparing EFCC. A lot of buzzwords
Yeah.
on that platform this morning, asking what exactly EFCC is all about. Let's see how this season film turns out at the end of the
It is
day.
indeed.
We'll take a quick break. When the conversation returns, our first guest will be here. And this morning, we're turning our searchlight on the younger generation, the youths. And of course, there seems to be this get-quick-rich syndrome that is permeating the air. And honestly, many people will say, let's go back to the basics. Where is the basics? The home front? That conversation is after this short break.